Hey, I just watched the whole Iman Gaji thing. Like, I even have this put password for Wave. Um, I probably wasn't supposed to share this, but it is what it is. Anyway, I was like listening to like everything that he was saying, and it was making sense. I probably shouldn't even be showing you this. But yeah, it was making sense, like to a large extent, like because what he's basically trying to say is that you can sell digital products without actually knowing a skill. Like you can get the information on how to do a skill, how to perform a skill from AI, and then you can teach that, so you can deliver that to people as a digital product. I I think he's on the right track, but more than anything, I think he just wants to funnel users to WAP. Um, because I feel like even if yes, even if that works, what people are going to do anyway is they're going to learn that skill because they'll understand that people buy from people. So people won't really buy from you unless they see you performing the skill. Right, so you can sort of give them a PDF as much as you want, but if you don't show how the PDF actually changes your life or the lives of others, then they won't buy, right? So, like, at the end of the day, you are still going to have to perform some kind of transformation on yourself, which is why he stopped sort of putting it out as a transformation from like uh, to get you to 10K in as little months as possible, or as he's saying, $373 per day, which kind of makes sense because it's like 30 days in a month. I guess on average, like 29 point something. It might actually be like 30, but it is what it is. That's basically just how he's positioning the whole thing. It's just like getting you to get to as close as $373 per day, using simple AI, and also uh, putting yourself out there as someone who's delivering this transformation, or basically just taking AI, getting it to create a product for you, and then delivering the product to people. Understandable, right? But as I continue watching, because by like after his presentation ended, which is actually the part that people are going to be seeing on the video. So after that ended, I saw like because like his other guy, the guy that made like 250 million or whatever, he came in and he started like speaking about how important it is to take the next step. And more than anything, like it was really good copy. Like I could tell he had a laptop in front of him, so like I could tell that he was reading from it. And the more I sort of listened to him, the more I understood what the actual thing here was. It's they're not selling digital products. They're selling the platform, the AI that's actually being used, the monetized or whatever AI. It's synthesized, right? Synthesized AI. That's what they're selling here. So now that I understand this, I understand what his whole play is. It's just to get people to use his AI to create digital products. Because I think once they understand that you can create this kind of faceless digital product once and then get results from it, you can create different types again and again and again. And at the end of the day, he's going to be earning the most amount because like he's going to be earning from his synthesized AI platform. And then whenever someone sort of puts up a digital product out there, they're probably going to be also listing it on the marketplace on WAP. And that means that anytime someone finds it on the marketplace and then clicks into it and then buys, WAP is going to earn 30% of the affiliate um, price, right? Because that's basically how it works. If someone discovers your product through the marketplace, WAP takes 30% every single month. Um, which means that Iman is going to be taking a large cut of that as well since he's a co-owner. So now, if he's funneling tons of people with the potential to make him tons of cash in all of this time, like I understand why this is probably the biggest play of his life, and I understand why he's really positioning himself to become a billionaire. And I get how he can do it in 5 years if he actually plays it right. Everything is clicking into place. Um, Now I'm thinking about how do I profit off of this, and I figured out I don't have to change anything, not really. Um, what what how I was planning on doing this before was offering this as sort of like a multi-tiered community type of thing, where it's like multiple communities where I manage like all of them. But now I'm thinking maybe just have one community where in the community all I'm doing is just selling access to me, also exclusive content as well. uh, that's basically it, just a single paid community where I sell access. Yeah, I might even have like a huge mastermind on top, maybe two communities like maximum. I think that's the best. So there's no more like middle tier community or whatever. It's just a single paid, and then an even higher tiered paid community. I think that's the best way to go about this, and I'm going to make this happen through like many different ways. For one thing, I'm changing my newsletter content. It's not going to be daily anymore. It's gonna be weekly, but I'm going to put in like snippets like every few days. Another thing I'm doing is I'm changing my X copy. I'm gonna have AI analyze some high performing content and then create templates from that, and then use those templates along with my own personal information and personal stories. So I'm gonna have to write personal stories probably tomorrow. But yeah, those personal stories are gonna go up, and then I'm gonna use those to generate like really good um, sort of copyrighted content that is like it's speaking as if I was the one who was writing it. So that's also just another experiment. If that performs well, then I'll have like a validated offer that I could offer to other people. So it's like a bonus plus on that. And then beyond that, LinkedIn isn't really an option that I've been exploring, because right now I'm already getting stretched too thin with school and X. I'm just gonna keep it on school and X. LinkedIn is going to be something I'm developing on the side as just like an added bonus that's going to be driving people towards my newsletter. And I think that's a very good idea, like just to keep it as such. It's probably the best use of LinkedIn right now, because yeah, LinkedIn is just way too formal for me. School and X are much better. There's like slightly different kind of EQ barrier that you have to sort of pass through, but you can pass the EQ barrier just by having stacks of proof, and the stack of proof is content. So the nice thing is that I have quite a bit of that. I just need to start marketing it properly. So I know what I'm going to be doing for probably the next few days. This month has been a month of grinding with no real client acquisition. Had a client just disappear on me for some reason, and I don't know if she's doing this intentionally. It would be interesting though if she was. Um, like it would be interesting if she just came back and said, "Oh, hey, so like, are you done now? Can I start like shipping this?" Like I don't know if she wanted me to keep developing the product, because I feel like my time is valuable. Like I wasn't going to keep working on that thing. Um, I developed it. I was ready to hand it off. She didn't want to have it, so it is what it is. Like it's on her. I'm gonna still hand it over. If ever she wants any more developments from me, then I can do that. But it's obviously it's going to have to be like on paid time. Okay, beyond that, I'm going to be offering 30-minute consultations, and this is something I'm going to start plugging into my X tweets a lot from now on. As I said, I'm like revamping the entire system. Very important that I get this done. And then I'm going to be taking the lead generation from YouTube much more seriously. The YouTube lead generation is giving me a bunch of Instagram handles. Those Instagram handles aren't like, it's not very useful to contact someone on YouTube, but with an Instagram handle I can do quite a lot. So I'm very happy that I have those. I'm gonna be using those like tactically using those, and one another thing I'm thinking of doing is actually repurposing these videos into newsletter content. So I'm just going to be running them through a transcription, and then just putting that through the newsletter. And it's just going to be like insights and comments on like whatever I'm going through. um, I think people might like that, just to get a taste of what I'm doing maybe every few days. So yeah, now I think you're starting to understand the stack. um, Let me explain it to you though. So what I'm going to do, stack of content, right? That's basically it. Most of it is automated. Some of it is stuff that I'm writing myself, obviously with the help of AI. On top, like, the content is going to not only just be content, but it's also going to be promoting any type of like service that I have, whether it's automation or consultation. Beyond that, I'm going to be reaching out to people through DMs, right? One thing I've been doing recently, actually testing out on school, is whenever someone comments on a post I make, I just like DM them and engage with them, just to see. I'm trying to see if this is like a scalable model. And I think it might be. I might start doing the exact same thing on X as well. Whenever someone just comments, I'll comment back, I'll engage not only on my own post but on theirs as well. And then if they engage back, I'll just DM them, and then just see if I could take things to another level. So that's just, the one thing. When I DM them, I'm going to offer them something for free. This is where things are going to get a bit tricky. Developing a free personalized product is very difficult, which is why I want to give them some kind of free 30-minute consultation again. That's going to be my free sort of product. These consultations are going to not only give me, I guess, the platform, from which, I could tell people that I delivered a transformation through these 30-minute consultations, to the extent where if at any point I get overbooked for these, like say hypothetically I put a limit on them that I'm only taking 10 per week. If I have 11, I can start charging, and then I can start kicking people out and saying, hey, unfortunately, I have someone who's paying, so like I can't take you. That type of validation, that's the type of validation that I generally want. So that's why I'm going to be putting these sort of free consultations as proof of the transformations that I deliver through my consultations. And people like that shit, like they're gonna come through, the more they understand of like what I'm capable of. Also, I'm going to be giving people sort of a showcase of my products as well, like of my capabilities, the things I'm capable of building. Um, it's basically just going to be like that free offer. That's the offer that I'm thinking about of offering in the DMs, right? Just off the bat, a free, like something free, like a free, audit of the systems or something. I don't know. So we could like have that in the DMs, and then that's going to lead towards conversion. I'm going to also be offering that for the YouTube leads as well, just a free audit. So everything is going to be free audits going towards consultations. I'm going to use consultations to make sure that people understand that I'm delivering transformations. These are all going to stack towards the proof. Ideally, I want to be taking, hopefully, I want at least one consultation within the next 2 weeks. If I could get at least one, like, and then just like put that out there as just proof, I could get more and more and more. And so I have to be like really, really intentional within the next month. So yeah. Also, I'm going to be launching the WAP before the end of the month. So I'm going to be basically putting it public on the marketplace with a price tag. Price tag I've thought of is, I don't want to yap too long, but it's somewhere in the mark of, holy shit, it's somewhere that's actually kind of 14, yeah, okay, that sounds like a good number. It's somewhere in the mark of 1.4 per year. I think that's not a bad number, right? For access to me, that's not a bad number. I feel like it's a good investment for anyone to pay. I feel like you should pay it too. So if you've been paying attention. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time, which is probably tomorrow.